What's one thing from your journey that you think has had the biggest impact on your success, but doesn't get talked about very often?
Oof, that's a really good question. The number, could you say that question one more time? The one thing in my life that doesn't get talked about often that's responsible for my success?
Yes. The biggest
Okay.
impact on your success. Yes.
Okay. Can I be really frank with you? And this will be really inspiring for a lot of you guys. I've always tried to be the number one student in any room that I walk into, in any class that I take, in any program that I join. And this might not be relatable to a lot of you, but I'll say it anyways. I was that kid when I was at UCLA. UCLA is a big public school, right? And 10,000 people in my freshman year class. And these lecture halls are huge. There's 300, 400 people in these lecture halls, right? Like I went to high school in a classroom of like 25 people in my homeroom. And I go to university, I'm sitting in biology class as a freshman, and there's literally 350 people, right? No one, and one professor in like an auditorium. I would always be that kid that would show up 30 minutes to make sure that I got a front row seat. As soon as the class was done, I would wait until everyone walked out. I'd walk up to the professor. I'd shake his hand, his or her hand. I say, hey, thank you so much for that class. By the way, I had three questions that I just didn't have enough time to ask. You have some time to ask them right now. Professors would have office hours once or twice a week, similar to how we have office hours inside of our coaching program. I would go to every single office hours and be that one annoying kid that would ask all the questions. Not to be annoying, to be clear, right? Not to be the smart aleck, but actually to ask hard questions so I could understand the material. And I remember like it was just a very common comment from all the professors in university, like, why do you try so hard? Like, why do you try so hard? And I don't know. It was something that my father always taught me. He says, Richard, I don't care about your grades. I don't care about your performance in sports. I don't care about how much money you make in your career one day. I just care that you gave your 100%. Because if you don't give your 100%, you're not fulfilling the God's potential. My father's a very devout Christian. He used to be a very logical atheist, actually, converted to Christianity at age 40. And he always told me when I was young, Richard, all I care is that you're fulfilling God's potential for your life. And I think maybe that was my father, maybe it was some learning in the church, maybe that was just me, like very, very, ambitious, competitive nature in school. But I think that my desire to just want to do my absolute best in anything that I try. And that's why, if you guys notice, I don't know if you guys have caught on to this. Do you guys know do you personally know what's the one line I say, the very last phrase that I say at the end of every coaching call? Do you know what it is? Do you guys all know? I say how you do one thing is how you do everything. Yeah, you guys saying in the chat, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And what I mean by that is, I really mean this. If you half-ass one area of your life, you will do that in every other area of life. I cannot tell you how many times in my life, starting in high school, I got worse grades during off season when I wasn't practicing 3, 4 hours after high school in wrestling. How is that possible? I had more time to study. I had more time on the weekends. I wasn't traveling for competition, but I got worse grades because when I was training hard at the gym, when I was locked into my diet, when I had morning practice in the morning, I had to get to class, I had to wake up even early to study, and then I got to compete, and then I got to go get class. I was sharp. I was on top of it. And the excellence in one area of my life, excellence in my sports, unlocked excellence in school. And then in university, it was the exact same thing. And when I got in my business, I would realize, and this is going to be useful for even the people I just talked to, when I wasn't excellent, when I was only a one-man show and I didn't have a team, I have a full-time team across 3 companies, about 90 full-time staff. If I wasn't disciplined in posting content, then I wouldn't have intensity. I wouldn't have energy when I would jump on and do value calls. If I wasn't consistent in doing DMs, just this one thing, then my content would suck. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? And so the lesson here for all of you is just because you do something doesn't mean that you're going to be successful. You have to do it well, and you have to do it with full force execution. You have to do it with full force enthusiasm. Industriousness is the term. You have to be industrial about it. You have to be truly, truly excellent. And if you're a person of faith, you just got to understand God has given you talents. He's blessed you with opportunities. He's blessed you with resources. He's blessed you with a coach. He's blessed you with all these things, yet you wasted the blessing that he's given you. That's not on God. That's on you, right? And to bring it to the people who are not of faith, guys, just be excellent. Be excellent in everything that you do, right? That's the only thing that I ask of you guys. Give it your absolute best. I don't expect you to make $100,000 a month. I expect you to give it excellence in what you do today. And if you do that, you will see results fall.